Hi guys, October 28th, and we are rapidly approaching that finish line of Hallowscreen. So yeah, tonight's film sets us firmly back into just straight up horror, based on a Stephen King novel, probably his darkest novel to date still. This movie adaptation was released in 1989, directed by Mary Lambert. It stars Fred Gwynne as the neighbour Judd, and now previously I said Heather O'Rourke gave one of the best child performance committed to film. Actually, rewatching this, Nico Hughes, given his age and what he has to do in this movie, unbelievable, phenomenal stuff, so fucking good. And you're watching it and I have no idea how they got the performance out of that kid, but it's incredible. And yeah, Nico Hughes as Gage Creed. Now, talking about Pet Sematary. So this release was done in 2019, I think, for the 30th anniversary. And it comes with some decent special features this time around. I am missing the theatrical artwork here. This one's okay, it sets the tone of the movie okay, but I do prefer that original theatrical artwork. Not reversible, but there's your disc there. So yeah, for those unfamiliar, this story is set in Maine, and it tells the story of the Creed family led by the father, Lewis Creed, who moves his family to an idyllic little countryside where they meet their neighbour Judd, who welcomes them to town. Now, not long after arriving, there's a tragic incident involving the family pet, at which point Judd kind of takes Lewis aside and explains that maybe kids aren't ready for death, so he has something to tell him about the local pet cemetery, and things spiral out of control from that point thereon. Yeah, Stephen King's darkest novel, I think, in my opinion, is up there as one of my favourites. It's one of the earliest ones I read, certainly. That and Salem's Lot I just hold in such high regard. Kind of what got me into reading, and yeah, I just love both of those books. And this is a really faithful adaptation to that novel, so it is a very dark movie. So let's get into what this disc does well. So it comes with a commentary track by director Mary Lambert, which is really good. It's really informative. Really interesting. She makes for a good kind of commentary, so I would recommend watching that. You've got also alongside that a featurette called Revisitation, which is all about how the script came to her. So she was directing a Madonna music video at the time, I believe, and then she was kind of handed this script by Paramount and was initially a little bit nervous about doing it, but yeah, it's well worth watching that, and she kind of tells a few anecdotes of being on set as well. And then there's another one called Stephen King Territory, which is, as you can imagine, Stephen King kind of recounting how he came up with the idea of this script, where he was in his life when he wrote it, and how initially he didn't necessarily want it to be released. However, that's kind of a story that he tells in that featurette. It clocks in about 13 minutes on that, so all fairly short, but pretty decent little featurettes. There's also some still galleries in there. You've got another one called Fear and Remembrance, which is all the cast and crew of the 2019 remake, who kind of recount their experience watching the film for the first time when they were younger. So quite cool to hear other people discussing their experiences of the film, which is what I want my channel to be all about. But yeah, it's a great film. Very dark. It's brutal and horrifying. I'd say it's as much a family drama as it is a horror film. It's really great, and that's what makes it work so well. What I will say is, the Zelda scenes will haunt you forevermore, whether you're a child or adult. Hey, consider yourself warned. And I'll see you here tomorrow for tomorrow's movie.